Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be going over 5 consumer stocks to watch in 2018. 3 of these are consumer discretionary stocks and 2 of them are consumer staple stocks. And if you're new to my channel, I make videos on the stock market and investing, so if you're interested in that, consider subscribing and let's get right into the video. So these are all companies that have something going on right now that I think is important to pay attention to, either for the future of the company or just for the industry that they're in. And so the first company that I think is important to watch in 2018 is Disney. They are a consumer discretionary company. They're a $170 billion company and they own TV channels, movie studios, parks and resorts, and a bunch of other things. And so they've been sort of performing pretty poorly since 2015. And so I'm watching them to see how their media network segment does. So that's ESPN and ABC. That segment has been struggling quite a bit since 2015, and that's really what's been holding them back. But they are recently announced that they are going to be acquiring Fox, which will likely take place in 2018 or maybe 2019. And so I think that will be important to watch to see how that affects Disney and how that affects just the entire media landscape, because that's a really massive acquisition. And then I'm also watching Disney to see if they can continue their strong growth in their parks and resorts segment, because if they can do that and they can turn around their media network segment, I think that Disney stock will do very well. So I think it's one to keep an eye on in 2018. And then the second one, which is also another consumer discretionary company, is Chipotle. The symbol for them is CMG. And I'm watching Chipotle because they've had quite a few food scares recently and what I consider some poor management decisions regarding those food scares. And so they've given quite a few people E. coli, and people don't have as much faith in the brand as they used to, and that has caused their stock to go down a lot, as well as for them to just struggle in general. But they are getting a new CEO, so I'm hoping that the new CEO can help Chipotle sort of implement a turnaround and go back to being the company that it once was. I think Chipotle has a lot of potential because it's a healthier fast food chain, and that's really where the trends of eating are going. People are caring more about eating healthy, and Chipotle is definitely playing on that. But if they're giving people E. coli once a month, then no one is going to go there. So I'm hoping that the new CEO can get the food safety issues fixed and that Chipotle can go sort of through a turnaround. So I think that will be another good stock to watch in 2018. So then the third and final consumer discretionary company is Target. They are a $36 billion company. They own stores that sell groceries and just other things that people want to buy, sort of like a smaller version of Walmart. Target was down quite a bit after Amazon announced that they were purchasing Whole Foods because people thought that that would hurt Target. And so they've rebounded since then. They're up about 30 or 35%. And so I think it'll be interesting to watch whether this rebound can be sustained, because they are a retail company that is struggling a bit in a changing retail environment. So it'll be interesting to watch whether or not they can get on to improving their online shopping so that they can compete with Amazon more. And so I also think that it'll be interesting to look at what other measures they're taking aside from just increasing their online presence so that they can compete with Amazon. And it seems like Walmart's doing a pretty good job defending itself from Amazon, but I'm not as sure about Target. So I think it'll be really important to watch them. They're sort of a middle of the road company. If you look at Whole Foods, that's more expensive groceries, and then Walmart is cheaper groceries, and Target's kind of stuck in the middle. And so if Whole Foods lowers their prices quite a bit due to Amazon being able to deal with making less money, then I could see that hurting Target. So I think it'll be a company that is definitely worth watching in 2018 to see how they do and to see how they defend themselves from Amazon. So now on to the 2 consumer staples companies. So these companies are Altria. The symbol for them is MO, and they're a $130 billion tobacco company. And I'm watching them because about 3 or 4 months ago, they dropped about 20% because the FDA announced that they're going to start regulating nicotine levels in cigarettes in the future. And so they were down quite a bit from that, and they'd been down for a while, but they have rebounded almost to their pre-price drop levels. And so I'm going to be interested to see how they respond to that change from the FDA, and then how that continues to affect prices as we get closer to the time frame that the FDA announced on that. And so I think it is definitely a company that is worth paying attention to in 2018. So then the 5th stock that I think is worth watching in the consumer sectors is Walmart. The symbol for them is WMT, and they are a $300 billion company. I think that it'll be important to watch them because they're going to be continuing to compete with Amazon. I see them as being Amazon's main competitor. They have a really large retail footprint that Amazon doesn't have, but Amazon has a much better online service than Walmart, and Walmart is working to improve online. And so I think it'll be important to see what steps they take online to compete with Amazon and how they expand their online presence and what effect that has on Amazon and what effect that has on Walmart. So I'll be continuing to watch them. So those are 5 of the consumer stocks that I am going to be watching in 2018. I would love to hear what stocks you guys are watching in the comments below. In the next couple weeks, I will try and make videos on stocks that I'm watching in almost every sector. So keep an eye out for those as well. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like down below and consider subscribing.